Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hooked on Fish. And today I want to talk about bait casting reels versus spinning reels. Now I get a lot of different questions asking, do you really need a bait caster to bass fish? Now that answer is no. There are many spinning reels out there that you can get that work just as fine as bait casters. For example, this is a Mitchell Series 308 Pro. This is the one in my giveaway. This is a great reel. It retails around $80, something in that price range. It's 5 to 8 gear ratio. You can I've used topwater frogs on this. I've burned buzz baits with this, spinner baits, anything like that. Now, it's a great reel to use for doing any of that. I walk creeks and stuff like that. I use this for worms, spinners, topwater baits, crankbaits, anything that this spinning reel will basically do it. And any spinning reel will do it as well. Here's another example. This is a 5 to 2 gear ratio Mitchell reel. This is what I use for catfish, but another reel that's heavy action that will work for bass fishing, like taking place of a bait caster. So they work just as fine. If you want to get real specific and you get different reels for different baits, go ahead and do that. But spinning reels do work fine. Like I said, you can throw different baits on them. You can throw a lot of different baits and a lot of different things like that on spinning reels. So now let's get into talking about bait casters. Now a bait caster is great when you have the right gear ratio and the right kind of reel to use in certain situations when you're fishing different baits. For example, if you're fishing a crankbait, say you're fishing a lipless crankbait, you use a 7 to 1 gear ratio reel with a 6.6 medium heavy rod. Now we'll get to rods in a second, but you could use this spinning reel to fish with crankbaits. For the advantage of the bait caster is they have reels designed for crankbaits. They have reels designed for buzz baits. They have reels designed for other topwater baits and stuff like that. That maybe we'll do a couple other things that the spinning reel won't. But it's basically, if you come down, it's basically the same. I mean, there's not that much difference. Besides this being a 5 to 8 gear ratio, this is a 6 to 4 gear ratio. The prices do vary a little bit, but then again, some of them don't. Like this is just a regular Lew's speed spool. This retails around $60 to $70, and this is a Mitchell Series Pro. This retails from $70 to $80, maybe even $90. So as you can see, it's a difference in price range, guys. So now let's get into a spinning reel. Like I said before, this is a Mitchell Series 308 Pro. This is the one in my giveaway. This retails around $80 to $90, and it's a great reel. Now, I use this reel for finesse fishing, smaller buzz baits, smaller spinner baits. Like my trick worms, I use shaky heads, drop shot, Nico rig. You can basically do any of that on this reel. A couple key features with this reel. It's definitely a little more challenging to fish with crankbaits and stuff like that with this, because you have to reel a little faster and stuff like that. Like I was talking about with the bait caster, certain reels are designed to fish certain baits, and that's just how it's created these days. Now, like I said, if you get a normal spinning reel, say you get this spinning reel here with a St. Croix 6.6 medium light rod, you could basically do anything with it. In my opinion, there's not much difference between a bait casting rod and reel to a spinning rod and reel. I really do not feel like there's a whole lot of difference with that. There definitely is some, but if you're only fishing, say you're fishing jigs, worms, and buzzbaits, say you don't fish anything else, say you're not really into bass fishing as much as some people are, a spinning reel is great for you, and you don't have to go out and spend all that money on different bait casters and stuff like that for different baits. So there is quite a bit of difference, but then again, not at all. It's basically your perspective on the difference between spinning reels and bait casters. So go ahead and leave your guys' comments down below if you feel like there's a big difference. I can definitely tell, from different baits, like I said before, like crankbaits and stuff like that. There's definitely a big difference from fishing a 7 to 1 gear ratio to a 5 to 1 gear ratio on a spinning reel or a bait caster. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos, and we will see you guys next time.